What is up, everybody? We are back with some Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and we're here to answer that question: should you pull on the Ever Crisis Academy Barret banner? If you're new to the channel, guys, and you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, follow along with what we do here, hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts on the banner, and let's get into it. So, just a quick reminder of how this works. This is not for the people who are huge Barret fans. Guys, if you're a huge Barret fan and you have to have everything for Barret, then yeah, pull on the banner. Just go for it, especially with how this stamp card is set up. The fact you can easily OB10 this weapon, you've got the costume right there. I mean, yeah, go for it. If you're a huge fan of Barret, just pull it. As long as you got the crystals to get the costume. This is more for, those of you who are trying to figure out how to spend crystals. Do you need this character? Do you not? Is this somebody you normally utilize? Like, this is more to kind of look at things like that. So, first things first, let's look at the overall, just look at the outfit. My first reaction was I really like the look of it. I think it looks really cool, and honestly, that hasn't changed. It's a cool little outfit. I really do like it. I like the gym teacher look. I mean, you've got the whistle, you've got the stopwatch, very typical there. You've got his wristwatch, the avalanche, track pants, track suit here. Got the sneakers here, look really good on him. Kind of bummed there's not like a little logo here or something like that. I think it would be really cool to do like a little Ever Crisis Academy logo or something like that, or an FF7. I mean, you got Avalanche right here, so maybe put something there too. I mean, this is something just completely goofy here, but like, I like the look of the laces too. The laces actually look somewhat realistic on this. They're like little leatherette laces. Now, I don't think you'd have leatherette laces on a, tennis shoe, but they do look really nice. And then you've got the shades here, rocking those shades, and then you have his little paper fan weapon here with the gun on the inside of it. Again, overall, I think it looks really nice. Got the Avalanche logo on the back here. It looks really good. Overall, like I said, I do like the look of it. Is it my favorite outfit? Not necessarily, but I think it looks good. I like the overall look of it. Fan is a little out of place, I'm not gonna lie, but separately, even then, I do like the overall look of things. So let's get into the actual gear itself, the stats, and all of that. So the 7th High Athletic gear offers physical and magic ward, which for Barret is great. I think I said he was a support character on the information drop on this banner. He should be a tank. So this is even better. Because in theory, the idea of a tank should be drawing attention to them. They should be taking most of the hits. So you're providing himself more physical and magic defense. That alone is great for a tank. Now, he also has the new Arcanum set, where you're getting that elemental ability damage plus 30%, in this case wind, and you're getting a physical ability damage of plus 20% when the attack stance command gauge is full. This kind of seems to be the new meta when it comes to Arcanums. I thought for a little bit we were going to be getting all these Omni Arcanums, but they kind of died off really quickly, and it seems like we're kind of thrown into these, which really makes me wonder where our next power creep is going to become second anniversary for our Arcanum type things. But overall, solid stats, as long as the weapon allows for this bottom R ability to be useful, which in this case it does. So we have the Teacher's Paper Fan, which does Winds of the Disciple. So in its 5-star form, or even its OB1 form, I really don't like this weapon. So let's look at it the OB1 perspective here. You're doing 360% physical wind damage to all enemies. I don't think we have very many all attack physical weapons. I think almost all the ones that we have that are all attack are magic. So it is nice to see a physical one doing this. It has the HP threshold of you have to have 50% or more HP for the next thing to take effect, and that is the wind resist down, which again is across all enemies, low to mid. Which is, again, really, really weak. It's 22 seconds, and he gets a 6% veil for himself only. So when I look at this, I like the fact that it's an all attack. I do like that it offers wind resist down against all enemies, not just single target. I do not like that it got the HP 50% thing. And I do wish that, again, as a tank, I kind of wish he was helping out his buddies and giving a little bit of Veil to them as well, and not just himself. But I do understand that as that tank role, it only affected himself. The other really, really good thing about this weapon that I really like, it is only a 3 ATB weapon. This can be cast just like the Materia, which makes this super useful. It does offer our ability P attack 32 points. At 32 points, if you're main-handing this, which you're probably going to be main-handing, you're getting 20% to your physical attack. Wind potency's at 15 points, so 25% extra wind ability damage. And then for your S abilities, P attack, circle, sigil. Where this thing really picks up is when you get to OB6, because now you've gone from 360 to 430, but, which isn't huge, 70% more physical wind damage to all. But the wind resist has now gone from low to mid to high. You're automatically hitting max potency right off the bat. It's lasting for 25 seconds instead of 22. You're only getting a 3-second buff there. The Veil has gone to 8% from 6%, which was really nice, lasting for 50 seconds. Like I said, something I wish is that it wasn't all, but I'm not going to fault that one there. If I had to trade out whether I'd make the Veil all or get rid of the HP threshold, I'd get rid of the HP threshold. P attack's gone to 40 points, so again, main handing you're at 30%. Wind potency has gone to 27 points, so you're at 40% in your wind ability damage, setting to 594 P attack. If you do manage to get this thing to OB10, you're now up to 500% physical wind damage to all. Still high to high, you've got up to 30 seconds, so you've got up 5 more seconds there, which that's at least a nice little tick up. I honestly think 35 seconds would have been really good here. And then 10% of a Veil for a minute, so 60 seconds. Again, it's just the self. It's overall not terrible, especially for a tank. That Veil on themselves is awesome. P attack, 46 points, so you're 9 points away from having a fully maxed P attack, our ability, so you're sitting at 40%. Wind potency's at 39, so you're sitting at 55%. Overall, solid weapon, 648 P attack, not the greatest there, but again, in theory, he is not your DPS. He's just a tank. He's there to mitigate some of the damage, take some of the damage. And the nice thing here is, so when you look at our current wind resist down people that can offer wind resist down, I think you've got Aerith, who should be a healer. You've got Red 13, who's support / heal. He's geared more towards healing with the role that we're given, but he is a little bit more support in my opinion. So this is one where the nice thing is your healer can now focus on healing. Your tank can mitigate damage as well as add this, add your resist down, and then your DPS can just straight DPS. So overall, solid setup here. I think it's really good. And if you pull on it, I think you're going to be in a good spot. But the question is, should you pull on this? That really depends on how many crystals you're at, because again, a huge benefit of these banners right now is that they've done something with the stamp card, and that is the fact that by the end of page 2, you can get OB10. If you are just straight unlucky with all your pulls and you get no extra, you can be OB10 by the end of the second page. So that's not terrible. This weapon shines at OB6, so even if you are straight unlucky, you need to pull through the 4th stamp of the second card to get OB6. This thing is useless. This weapon is useless in my opinion under OB6. I don't think it's as imperative to get this one to OB10, just because again you're going to that high to high right away to OB6. So should you pull on it? I don't think it's a must. If you've got a bunch of extra crystals and you're somebody who's going to utilize Barret, it's not terrible. If you're on a very, very small budget right now, you don't have that many crystals, like I only have 36,000, that's not a ton. If I were to get crap stamp luck, I have just enough to get through the first page. And that's if I one stamp every single pull, I will have just enough to get through the first page. So as much as I really kind of want this weapon, because I like the idea of having that AoE physical attack plus the resist down AoE, I think I'm going to hold off on this one to kind of see what the other banners are going to look like. We have until May 28th to pull on this, or the end of the day on May 28th. If you're sitting at like 90,000 crystals and you're sitting here going, yeah, I kind of need a wind resist, honestly, I think this is a solid banner to pull on. Barret's a really good character, and I think this is going to be really nice. If you've already got those resists down, like I've already got red 13s, I've already got Aeriths, you know, I don't need this one as much as the others. So for me, I think I'm going to wait and see what the remaining things look like, because we got some other things that are going to be happening too on top of the other banners they're going to release for this Ever Crisis Academy. We've got the Dragon Quest collab that's coming. We got the Final Fantasy VI collab that's coming back, which I will 99% sure be skipping. Then we've got the anniversary coming up. That's not till September. We still got another, few months to get there. But we got that coming up. So crystals need to start thinking about being saved, because, those anniversaries are when they do the huge power creep. Usually the event that happens right before the anniversary is that big bait banner, trying to get people to pull and use those crystals. So now is kind of this time to start really thinking about, should you pull on those banners or not? So for me, is it a good banner? Yes. If you're sitting at a lot of crystals right now and you need that wind resist down, then I do support pulling on this banner. If you're on a really limited budget, you've got a small amount of crystals, when it comes to this one, I definitely say I would hold off, wait and see what the other banners look like, and then determine, do you really need this weapon or not? I mean, the only thing this is going to be useful in right now is the current event and the dungeon ranking that's currently going on. Our next guild battle, we've already had wind. We just had a wind banner, our wind guild battle. We're not going to see wind again for a little bit. So this is not as imperative for something like that. Yeah, it could be useful for Titan, but in the end, we've already got people who, you can already beat Titan with what we've got, so it's not that big of a deal either. The other big thing is this is a limited banner. You're not going to see this weapon again unless they rerun this event, or unless it gets added into the limit break draw, which it shouldn't, because this is not technically a limit break banner. This is just a limited banner. So we won't see this again probably unless they rerun this specific event. That's the other thing as well to kind of think about. Now, potentially, worst case scenario, you could pull through the first stamp card, get it to OB4, let's say you just have crap luck. If you've been holding on to weapon parts, I can overboost it one more time. But you could use weapon parts to get that OB5 or OB6 if you were that unlucky. It's possible too. But that's kind of my analysis of the banner. I'd wait. That's my overall suggestion. Unless you're loaded on crystals, I would wait, and then kind of see what comes up after this, and then make your decision a little bit further, based on future knowledge. So we're going to call that one here again. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this banner. Do you agree with my assessment? Do you not? Let's start that conversation. So thanks for watching, guys. We will see you in the next one.